Line.
6:07 now. More on some breaking news you've heard right here on Good Day Columbia about a fire happening at Salty Nut Cafe earlier this morning. Columbia Richland fire crews were called in about smoke. We do have a crew live on the scene right now. We're going to check in with Tyler Ryan, who's been talking with Columbia Richland Fire Chief Aubrey Jenkins all morning for the very latest on this. Tyler?
Good morning, Janet. Yes, according to Chief Jenkins, we're going to talk to him again in a few minutes, but according to Chief Jenkins here at the Salty Nut on Green Street at about 4:30, smoke was called into 911. Fire departments arrived about 5 minutes later to see some black plumes of smoke coming out of the building here at the Salty Nut. There were also some small flames noticed inside the buildings. Fire department officials went inside, extinguished those flames as well, as we were able to put them out. When we got here a few minutes after the blaze was reported, Janet, there was a lot of smoke billowing out, and we have some pictures sent back to the studio. We can have those for you as well. According to Chief Jenkins, no fire personnel were injured at all, and as far as he knows, there was nobody in the building at the time of the blaze. Now, the last employee did leave the Salty Nut about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, with me, I have a gentleman, Matt Farah, who you actually, sir, you were right here when the blaze broke out.
Yeah, I was just getting off work and I saw a severe amount of smoke coming out, and I was driving my cleaning guy home, and he was joking, saying that somebody probably tripped the fire alarm to a local apartment. We walked out and saw the smoke, and I quickly realized this was no joke at all. And we came up, we looked at it, and for sure we walked around the corner, saw all the police vehicles, all the emergency services. I immediately ran to my house and got the camera, and here we are now checking it out.
Very good. Thank you very much, Matt.
Yeah, sure.
Like I said, we are going to talk to Chief Jenkins in a few minutes. He's just getting some crews together here and making sure the fire, it appears to be extinguished at this point, as fire officials and firefighters have been on the roof and inside the building here since our arrival, and some of the gear is taking off. So at this point, investigators are also looking to see where the start of the blaze was. Chief Jenkins wasn't sure yet. He couldn't determine whether or not it was in the kitchen or another place in the building. But again, we'll talk to Chief Jenkins here in a few minutes to get the latest. We are live on Green Street at the Salty Nut Cafe. Fire first on Fox. Watch Fox News. I'm Tyler Ryan. Janet?
Thank you so much, Tyler. And as Tyler mentioned, we will check back in with you for the very latest on this situation. 6:21 now, breaking news. The fire at Salty Nut Cafe in downtown Columbia's 5 Points. Crew's been battling that blaze this morning. Flames are now out. We're going to check in with Tyler Ryan, who has the very latest on the situation. Tyler, have people started packing up? Do we know yet what happened or what caused this blaze?
Janet, actually, the blaze apparently was called in about 4:30 this morning, 4:35 or so. Fire officials arrived along with Chief Jenkins and his team arrived to see some open flames. At this point, it does appear that the fire has been put out as some of the fire officials and firefighters are beginning to wrap up. But Chief Aubrey Jenkins, Richland Columbia Fire Department, is here. Sir, what do we have this morning?
Well, basically, like you said, when we arrived on the scene, we had heavy smoke showing from this building. And right now, we are looking at it. We're not looking at anything suspicious at this point, but I do have my investigator on the scene. They'll be taking a look at it to see exactly how this fire started.
How many firefighters came out this morning for the scene?
We had around 30 firefighters that showed up, with about 6 units on the scene.
Now, when your department arrived, there was smoke, and you saw some open flames inside the building?
Yeah, the inside of this building is pretty much gutted. It's going to be several $100,000 of damage to this building, so we got some pretty significant damage on the inside.
To your knowledge, anybody inside the building at the time?
No, the last person that left here around 2 o'clock this morning. So what happened between 2 and 4:30 is yet to be determined.
Okay, and you said your investigators are now inside trying to determine. Does it look at all early on that it was maybe in the kitchen or any other part, or is it too early to determine?
Well, we got some pretty heavy damage in the kitchen area, so our investigation probably going to be centered around the kitchen area because that's where we had the most damage. So that's probably where we'll send our investigation at.
Tyler, is traffic still shut down in that area? How is traffic in that area for people maybe traveling this morning? How's that going to affect them?
Traffic right here on Green Street is shut down. And Chief, I haven't been down the other side of 5 Points. Any traffic issues down in that part, or you just have it blocked off here on Green Street?
We got the 2000 block of Green Street, blocked from Lawrence to Hardin Street. So for the next hour, we had this whole street blocked off.
Okay, but Hardin Street and the rest of 5 Points is unaffected?
Hardin Street is not affected.
Okay, what's the next step? Your investigators, you guys clean this up and your hose and put your gear away. Your investigators then go in to begin their process. And how long does that take for them traditionally to determine a cause in a fire like this?
Well, we got a pretty good investigator. So normally, I'll say by 8 a.m. we should have by mid a.m. we should have a calls on it.
Fantastic. You never know firefighters, any of your staff at all injured or anything like that?
We had no reported injuries to civilian, and all the firefighters are good.
Fantastic. Chief Aubrey Jenkins, thank you. Richland, Columbia Fire Department. Gina, that's how it stands right now. Again, the fire appears to be extinguished. Investigators are on the scene. They're going to try to find determine the cause for the blaze. Green Street is going to be shut down for the next couple of hours. Hardin Street's no problem. Really, between Lorenz and Hardin is the only place that's affected traffic-wise, so it shouldn't affect any kind of commute. But that's how it stands right now. We're live on Green Street. It's Tyler Ryan on Good Day Columbia. Watch Fox News.
All right, thank you so much, Tyler. And of course, we'll get this information on our website, midlandsconnect.com as well, and we will keep you updated there as well as right here on Good Day Columbia.
Information.
6:36 this morning as we continue to bring you the very latest on an early morning blaze at Salty Nut Cafe in Columbia's downtown 5 Points. We do know that that blaze has been under control now for about 15 to 20 minutes. Tyler Ryan now on the scene. He's checked in with Columbia Fire Chief Aubrey Jenkins. Tyler, what's the latest now?
Janet, as of right now, the blaze has been put out. Now, just to catch you all up, the last employees left the Salty Nut about 2 o'clock this morning. At about 4:30 this morning, a call came into the Richland Columbia Fire Department about smoke billowing out of the Salty Nut Cafe. Of course, it's also Pavlov's. The fire department arrived about 5 minutes later to see the smoke billowing out and some flames inside the building, nothing externally, but inside the building. Firefighters went inside, were able to extinguish those flames as well. Approximately 30 firefighters from the Richland Columbia Fire Department here on scene this morning. At this point, the flames are out. In fact, the fire officials are cleaning up. The firemen are putting away their gear, cleaning up. Fire investigators, according to Chief Aubrey Jenkins, are inside trying to determine the exact cause. He did indicate he thought it could have been in the kitchen area, as the blaze seemed to be hotter in that area, but he won't be able to make that determination officially until, of course, the investigators complete their investigation. He did report that no fire officials, nobody in the fire department was injured, and he said, to the best of his knowledge, there was nobody inside the building when they arrived here at the time of the blaze. There was no injuries at all, casualties inside to speak of. As of right now as well, Janet, traffic in 5 Points is pretty much normal. The only place that's affected right now is on Green Street between Lorenz and Hardin Street. But other than that, all the cross streets, including Lorenz and Hardin up and down, you can get through. So there shouldn't be really any major effect on the commute this morning. And Chief Jenkins did say it's going to be probably a couple of hours or so before they completely clear and reopen the roadway.
All right, thank you so much, Tyler. Of course, Tyler will be out there getting any new information that may come in, and we will keep you updated right here on Good Day Columbia and midlandsconnect.com. We're going to send it over now to Friendly Clairvaux.